Hey there YouTube, this is your girl Lady J Rosetta May. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, today is Sunday and today is church day, and this is how I look when I get up in the morning. Yes, I'm wearing my husband's sleeping robe right now, but I'm getting ready to do my makeup for church, and so I decided to come on here and do a video with you guys. So go ahead, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. Alright guys, so I did my eyebrows. My brows are done with the Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil in the color Granite. I always use this pencil when I'm using my brows, doing my brows. And then I'll go in with a brow gel to set them in a little bit, but not right now. So I wanted to come on and talk to you guys a little bit about probably the vintage girl's favorite television show, which is The Marvelous Miss Maisel. I absolutely love the show. I've watched season 3 over and over and over again. I've watched all of the seasons, and it's a great show. Now look, I've seen people say, oh my gosh, I love Joel. I'm rooting for Joel. Why? Why are we rooting for Joel? Like, why have we not literally said, you know what, Joel needs to be canceled, okay? He is a selfish man. First of all, let's just really go back to the beginning. Season 1, right? So Midge is pretty much running his so-called comedy career, okay? Which is not existing, by the way. How is she supposed to know that he really, really wants a comedy career if he's stealing, what was it, Jack Benning's act, okay? Like, let's be real here. Joel's not funny. There was nothing funny about Joel, okay? Joel decided that this is something he was wanting to do because he's trying to find himself, all right? So, Midge, all right, and if you want to know, I am using my Juevis Place concealer in the color number 9. So back to what I was saying. So I'm going in, real techniques, as I blend, and talk to you guys about the Marvelous Miss Maisel. So anyway, I'm going in. And yeah, so Joel, you know, he's going to work every day. Midge is like this really awesome uptown, you know, Jewish housewife, and she's doing what she's supposed to do. She's a woman of her time. She is, you know, making sure that the kids are fed, he's fed, making sure that his comedy sweater, okay, is done. Everything's perfect for him when he gets off, so that at 8 o'clock they can go down to the club so he cannot be funny. So anyway, he comes in and he's like, I gotta go, I can't do this anymore. Like, what do you mean you can't do this anymore? What do you mean you can't do this anymore? You mean I can't do this anymore because you're doing everything for me? Seriously, vintage fashion, not vintage values. So he packs her suitcase, leaves her. Like, he's not thinking about her or the kids at all. He's thinking about him, himself, and I. And it's very, very irritating to me because here's the deal. Like, again, he's not funny. All right. So he's not funny. Midge goes over to her parents' house, who are not helpful, by the way, and proceeds to tell her parents that, you know, Joel left. We'll go get him back. He left. Come on. All right. So anyway, I'm going in and I'm using my Fenty Mocha Balmy bronzer, and I'm using that as a transition shade on my eyes. I never really go, because I don't have a crease, I have hooded eyes, so I always have to do this with my eyes open. So I'm just going to do one eye on camera, and I'm going to do this really, really quickly as much as I can. So anyway, like, he gets off scot-free. They like, what did you do? Nothing. He left. He packed my suitcase, took his shit, and left. Okay? So now I'm going to go in with this. This is a Sephora shade. This is a shimmer shade called Stadium Fever. It is a green shade, and I really enjoy this shade. I'm going to be using a different brush. I'm going to use a Real Techniques brush. Go in here. And I'm actually doing, what I'm doing is I'm actually going to be creating my pretty much quintessential pinup eye. But I'm just putting, instead of the darker shade being a brown shade, I'm going in with a green shade. So I'm wearing green today. But I'm not putting green on my eyes, I'm putting a nude shade on my eyes. So I'm not doing it too much, I'm just doing it just enough to be seen. Like so. Like that. So that's how that looks. Then I'm going to go in with another, I'm going to go in with an e.l.f. brush. And I'm going to go into one of my favorite nude shades, which is the shade So Bougie, because this looks better on my skin tone than this one here. Okay, so that's So Bougie right there, and then that's the lighter nude. And I'm just going to go in and carve out my lid so that I can still have that shade there. And actually, no, I'm going to go in and use my concealer and then use the shade to carve out. So a very little bit of concealer, and I'm going to go like this, just like that. Go in with my beauty little Real Techniques blender, because I don't have my beauty blender today. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to set that with the shade that I'm using. Okay, so go in, get that shade, which is So Bougie, literally called So Bougie, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to pat that onto that wet concealer and set it like that. So I'm doing a pinup eye using green instead of, like, for me it would be a brown and the nude shade, but today I'm going green. So that's how my eye is looking. I'm gonna do my wing liner off camera because it takes too long. All right, so hang in there. Still talking about Joel's ass though. Okay, so my eyes are done. I just did my liner. My liner is the NYX matte liquid liner. Hands down, best liner if you're doing a cat eye. Hands down. Then I used my Yes They're Real mascara from Benefit. Awesome. So pretty much my eyes are done. I always do my eyes first because I do not like getting makeup on my freshly done face like I just spent forever doing, and I'm really clumsy. So right now I am using a primer. This primer is the Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Primer from Too Faced. Okay, and so anyway, back to Joel's ass. So like I said, now they're all asking Miriam, like, go get him back. Oh, you know, why did he leave? What did you do? Nothing. The woman did everything for him. She kept a notebook, a comedy notebook for him to, like, help him with his little comedy thing. Again, he's not funny. She's the funny one. So we get to that point. So now they're at this brisk or something like that. Whatever it is. Is it a brisk? They're celebrating the end of the fast at the house. Right? So she finds out that, oh boy doesn't own the apartment that they live in. So the father just takes it back. Again, you guys, I don't understand the father in this situation. Now your grandchildren don't have a place to stay. I know that you're trying to, like, make them get back together, but your son stick his peen into someone else. Why would anybody want to take somebody like that back? I'm not good enough for you, so you are going to go and find you some, like she said, some Methodist version of her, right? They, like, again. So then finally she has her breakout moment as a comedian, drunk, tits up, that kind of thing. And of course, the rest is history on that front. Now, back to Joel's ass. Joel decides that he's going to, you know what? I don't really want this. I don't really want to be, a single man living on my friend's couch. You know what? Let's give it a go again. Like, that right there would have been it for me. I'm using my Jueva's Place foundation, great coverage. It goes matte. It's really one of my favorites. And it is full coverage, so watch, y'all don't see the magic. So it does oxidize, like, so it will get darker for my skin tone. Moving your little deal out the way for my skin tone, so yeah. So anyway, like I said, back to Joel's ass. So finally he comes back home. I forgot what episode that was. I'm not keeping up exact episodes, but he's like, let's give it a go again. She's like, no, because you left. Now, here's the deal. I think that she was mad at that point. I would be mad too. As a married woman, I'd be like, you know what? You could take it, get your shit, and get out. And you don't ever have to come back over here no more. That's just me. But I'm in a happy marriage, so thank God. So anyway, Joel goes on and continues his little crappy life, just trying to find himself, because it's the 60s, man, and this is what people were doing, back in the day. So he's like bored at his job, this is like the essential privilege here as a man in the 60s. So he's bored with his job, and all this other kind of stuff. Then he goes with what her name is, this secretary. And I'm going to just be real right now. And I know people are going to be in my comments and be like, oh my gosh, what are you saying? I don't have any respect for women that cheat with the married man. I'm sorry. I can't. I just don't. I don't understand it. I don't care if he's separated. I don't care if he said he's going to leave her. He's not. All the way back to Henry VIII. Anne Boleyn lost her damn head because he was like, you know what, I really don't love you like that. I was just trying to get some. And your head is gone. Like, I don't know what it is about married dudes, but they get bored. They do their thing when they go out there and cheat or whatever. And then they, they don't like you. It's just cheating. It's just sex. I don't know why people will be like, he gonna leave me for her. No, it's not. It's cheaper to keep her. Yep. So anyway, I'm just gonna let my foundation settle for a little bit while I put some brow gel from Benefit on my brows. And I'm using the color number 3. It dries down to darker color, so cool. Now, so now my face is doing what it's doing. I'm going to go in and highlight and contour. I'm going to be contouring with my Mocha Mommy. Okay. But right now I'm highlighting with my concealer. I have been really trying to lighten up on the effect of the highlight. I like to highlight, but I wanted to try to make it look as natural as possible. So that's my skin right now. I'm going to go in with a different Real Techniques. I want to say this is a Real Techniques deal here. And going in and just blending that out. Okay, very quickly. I really don't like to spend like a massive amount of time doing this. Just enough to lighten up where I want it to be light, where the light hits my face naturally. So anyway, so now Joel brings his dusty ass back and he's like, okay, well, let's give it a go again. She's like, no, you left. So then he finds his own apartment and finds an apartment exactly like theirs. What are you bored about, man? What is it? Like, huh? Like, what are you, what is it? I don't understand. So anyway, you know, so he's like, well, you said not to come back no more. He's such a child. Can we just say that Joel is a child? Hashtag Joel child. So going in, I'm going to be taking my Besame Cosmetics powder. Trying not to make this a long video, and I'm just going to go in and set that part of my face with a brush. This is a e.l.f. brush. And I'm just going in and pressing it into my skin. And I don't want it to be like super chiseled because, again, this is a pinup look. So, but I'm just changing the color of my eyes a little bit. So yeah, like I said, I don't understand how Joel is like, oh my god, you said go, like a kid. Just, he's a kid. So anyway, I'm gonna go in with my Mocha Mommy. So just like it is now, I'm gonna go in with my Mocha Mommy, and I'm gonna be using a different brush here. And I'm just going to use this brush here. It's like a powder brush from e.l.f. And I'm just going to be going in and just gingerly going around. Blending, blending, blending all around my face. And it gives me like a really pretty warm feeling. And I like to do it like this because it helps to kind of blend out that color. So anyway, I'm going in. So like I said, Joel's ass. Now, the father says, you know what, by the way, he doesn't own anything. You guys are like living hand to mouth or whatever he said. You guys don't even own this apartment. And he was like, yeah, fine, Dad. Go ahead. Take this apartment. And it's like, bitch, the kids. Nobody cares about the kids. The kids don't have nowhere to stay. So, you, again, both Joel and his dad, to some extent, are like real jerks. Because pretty much, where is that brush? Okay. Well, I'm just have to go in. So, Joel says, yeah, go ahead, take it. I don't need you, Dad. I mean, come on, guys. Really. So, so anyway, now she's seriously on her own. And her mother is not really helpful in this situation. Her mom was like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. And I'm like, really? This is not about you. Like, not everything's about you, Mom. Love you, Mom. But not everything's about you. So now, Midge is on her own. And no one's there to help her but Midge, really. Because, like, if you guys see in season 3, spoiler alert, you know, Susie is not Midge's best friend like Midge wants it to be. So, now my face is pretty much done. I'm going to put blush on. I'm going to show you which blush I'm going to be using. And the lipstick that I'm going to be using. Hair. And then we'll get it cracking. So, hang in there, and I hope you're liking this video. Okay, so like I said, now it's just on Midge. Okay, so the blush that I'm going to be using is a Fit Me blush. This is in the color Berry. Using a Real Techniques brush. This is an Expert Face brush. And I always like to start, boom, right here. And I like to stipple my blush in. And not too much to the point where it's like super colorful. You see? So I like to go in and just stipple it in. Okay, so I'm using a Berry Tone blush because I don't want it to be like super, you know, like, and I always take it up, and I take it up into my hairline, and then I just go in and go like so. So that's where my face is looking so far. Alright, so blush is done. I like to stipple blush. Some people like to do a sweeping motion. Everyone's different. So now I'm going to go in with a NYX pencil. This is called Red Tape. And I always like to go in with this pencil and almost like color, like literally color my lips in. This is not going to be my lipstick shade. This is not going to be my lipstick shade. Like so. And these pencils are weird. It wasn't until like a long time I had this pencil that you have to put like a pencil in there and push it up. That's the way it works. Okay. I'm so used to sharpening pencils. It's weird. So now I'm going to be using my Sweet Dreams. This is the Agent Carter from the Agent Carter set from Besame Cosmetics. This is the Velvet Red, but it says Sweet Dreams on the side there. So I'm going to be using my Velvet Red lipstick and going over that liner. Now I know that some people have said that these kind of lipsticks can get a little messy. This is how you're going to do this. So you're going to take a finishing powder. This is a finishing powder. This is a peachy powder from Too Faced. You're going to take a piece of tissue. And for me, sometimes certain tissues are way too thick. So I like to take it apart. Again, press lipstick wet onto tissue like so. Take a brush. I'm taking this brush, dabbing into the powder and going in. I know, really old trick to mattify your lipstick. So now it is mattified, but I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to reapply. So anyway, that was my rant about Joel Maisel's ass on the Marvelous Miss Maisel. Y'all please be in the comments and let me know how y'all feel about Joel. And then he goes off to create a club, so this is how you know he was not really all in on the thing with the comedy thing. He was not all in on the comedy thing. So that's how my face is. Alright, I'm going to use the same brush. I'm going to go in and I'm going to apply finishing powder to my face. I like this powder because it doesn't have a white cast for me when I take photos. Alright, go in, brush, and just push it into the skin all over. Okay, so that's it. I'm not going to put my lashes on camera because it takes me forever to put lashes on. Y'all know the struggle. So I'm going to go in with my NYX liquid liner. You see I have a small beauty mark right there. I'm going to take my liner and down like so. So that is my finished face. Hopefully you guys stick around to see what my outfit looks like today. And please again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's talk about Joel's ass from the Marvelous Miss Maisel in the comments. All right. Thanks, you guys. Bye.